As a teenager or adult, you might feel more inclined to think more about your future, about what you're gonna be, what you're gonna have to do, and that stresses you out. And the worst part, it makes the time feel like it goes by faster. So welcome to day 137 of my 365-day series. I'm Glorporous and I think out loud while playing Minecraft. I am gonna keep this video pretty short, hopefully, but I'm just gonna be decorating this house while I speak about how I've been feeling lately, because honestly, I'm pretty scared. I'm a teenager and I'm 16 years old specifically, and jeez, can I not get in the house? The problem with that age is it's a pretty big age. But it's not Christmas. Why the chest? What? Alright, I fixed it. Now the chest looks normal, and now we're just gonna begin with decorating this house. But in the meantime, I want to also speak about how I feel as a teenager that's growing up and learning more about my responsibilities and having to realize that I can't stay like this forever. I need to change. I need to start being a more productive person. I need to start, it's just I need to start moving a lot more. And I sort of get it. I understand that, you have to. There comes a time where you can't just be a little kid anymore and you start being more responsible. You can't just start playing games in your bedroom every single day, which is, I'm gonna be honest, something that I still do. But eventually, you just grow out of that. You have to start doing more things because, society expects you to. And I get it, but it scares me a lot. I feel like I still don't know what I'm gonna do in the future. There's a whole bunch of things that I feel that I'm okay at, but not definitively like, oh, you know what, I'm gonna pursue this for my life. And I know a lot of adults also mention that they get into something and then they realize I'm not really fit for this, so they end up changing their whole job direction. I don't know what it's called, like career, right? They switch from something to something else. Like, let's say you're in STEM, like you're a scientist, and then you end up becoming like an office worker. That can happen, I understand, but there's always this overwhelming underlying pressure in my life to do something. I have friends that are constantly being in competitions, joining courses, studying a whole bunch, and I feel like I am just a bunch of wasted talent. I know that's a very common phrase, but I felt the need to use it, so that's what I'm doing. But I mean it, I'm serious when I say all of this. I feel like I'm wasting my time. And I probably am. I'm playing Minecraft, for Christ's sake, and honestly, to no avail. I feel like this is a pretty useless thing to do. And it scares me so much. I feel like I constantly need a helping hand. I feel like I'm alone in doing this, and I am. Part of figuring out what you want to do has to be by yourself. You can't just ask someone like, oh, can you do me a favor and help me out with this. No, because you need to sort of figure yourself out before all of this, and it's a very difficult thing to do. I feel like I haven't figured a lot of myself out. But there's also this sort of feeling where I need to have everything figured out before this age, and that's also not true. I'm thinking in the moment right now, which is sort of the point of the video, honestly. But how do I say this? You sort of just have to be more responsible, and that's scary. I wanna relax. And honestly, that's what I've been doing this entire weekend. I haven't really, I have studied. I have studied a little bit, but I feel like I haven't done enough, and that scares me. The time from 16 years old to going to a university, either in my country or, in a foreign country, it scares me. I don't know. It's narrowing. I can vividly imagine it just thinning day by day. And what I'm doing every single day doesn't really feel right. But as I'm doing this, as I'm thinking more about the time that passes by, it goes by faster. Why am I in the house? Jeez, I am really zoned out today, but like it's hard to speak while playing Minecraft, so please bear with me. Yeah, it scares me a lot, and I really wish that it's turning nighttime, but I don't know if I should go to bed yet. I'm not going to, I guess. I'm so clueless, you know? I've talked about this with a whole bunch of friends at school, and they tell me like, I mean, they're also experiencing the same thing, right? I want to know how other people feel about, you know, the same situation, because I feel very comforted when people are experiencing the same thing as me. I think everyone has that feeling, right? But no one has an answer. I tried asking my parents, but they also told me like, oh, no pressure, you know. But there's even more pressure with that. I feel like having no sort of well, I don't know how to phrase it, but pressure is a really good word for it. Like no expectations on you, like having no one's putting any expectations on me, and I feel the need to have to put expectations on myself, you know. So time is running out, you know. It like, even this whole channel, the concept of this entire channel is to see myself change in a year, and I feel like I am very, very little too. Like I have started going back to working out, which is something that I forgot to mention yesterday, which I apologize for, even though you guys probably didn't even know about it. But you know, it's still something. Like, I need to start changing tons. It's just I don't know where I can get all the energy from, and I don't know how I'm gonna be able to push myself. Also, please, I don't know what I want to add in this space. Honestly, like, I know I want to add a whole bunch of like workstations here, maybe like a library space, and then down here I want to add actually the real workstation, like maybe a tool bench, like, you know, the stone cutter, yeah, something like that. I want to add it over here, but I don't know how specifically, and then a whole bunch of stuff. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna get the energy to do things. You know, I feel like I'm just a lazy bum, and I feel like I'm sort of regressing, and that's what I'm really scared about, and that I'm wasting my time, you know, because I feel like as you get older, you're more aware of how little time you have left, and you might not be living in the moment. You might not be actually experiencing life. You might just be like too caught up in what doesn't really matter, and I know that's sort of my situation right now, but come on, like, it's so difficult. I'm sort of blanking right now, but yeah, so that's probably all that I'm gonna be talking about for today's video. You know, I decorated a little bit of this house, which is nice. I might need to take this painting down. Hopefully, if I just do this and then I place this, you're not gonna pop off. Please? Please? Okay, that's good. Cobblestone, and then just add some moss over here. Like so, very nice. Then add maybe moss over here. Yeah, I guess that looks nice. And I also like to think about my past a lot. I have a lot of embarrassing memories from when I was maybe 6 until like 10 years old. Like, let me tell you about a random specific memory that I can recall right now. I was maybe like 9 years old when this happened, maybe 10 years old, honestly, I don't even know. But there was this one teacher. I had a music teacher at my school, and we were done with all of the sort of stuff that we had to do. There was like a task, we had to sing, and then it was done, right? And then the teacher was like, okay, let's go ahead and play a little game. You guys run around, and if I catch you, I'm gonna have to give you a kiss on the cheek. Which sounds like really weird. And honestly, a lot of people, sometimes they mention it. But the people who were there at the time, they they also mention it and say that it's pretty weird, and I agree. Of course, it's weird, and yeah, that's one of the memories, you know. But point is, I didn't think of the time when that sort of stuff was happening. I was less aware as a kid, and I'm more aware now as a teenager, and later on I'll probably be more aware as an adult, and it scares me so much because the more aware you are of the little time you have, the less time you end up having, the less you're gonna live it, and I really need to live my life right now. So I'm just gonna finish this wall, and once I'm done with this wall, I'm gonna call it a day. So yeah, now I'm in an awkward phase where like, oh, I need to say something, you know, to keep the viewers entertained, because doing a channel with no editing whatsoever aside from background music and, you know, the text at the start where it's like, oh, it's day 137 of 365 days, ruh-roh, it's scary and time is ticking. That's all I do for these videos, and I also feel a very like looming pressure to say something meaningful, and that sort of feels similar to the pressure that I feel whenever I'm aware of like, oh, I have very little time, I need to figure out what university I want to go to, yada yada yada. It's scary. Okay, so that's gonna be all for today's video. I think we did a bunch. I know it's not a lot, it's very minimal progress, but I have exams. Okay, that's my excuse. But I'm being for real. I can't really put as much focus on this channel as I'd like to, and I have a whole bunch of other stuff that I really need to work on, albeit I feel like I'm not doing a whole bunch. But I'll just stop. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow, and bye bye.